Ahmed Hussein-Suale was not a journalist. Those of you trying hard.
Okay, thanks so much for coming back to my channel to watch my videos. Today I have another important thing I want to talk about, and it's about a video I chanced on the internet, and I think that we need to talk about this and address this. Justice Kweku Annan is a journalist with Ken City Media, Net2 TV. And recently he has made some comments that I find so hard to understand him. I respect him as an elderly person. I respect him as a senior journalist. But his comment about Ahmed Hussein-Suale, I think I don't get it. And I don't know where he's getting this from. Now, in this video, Kweku Annan is clearly heard saying that Ahmed Hussein-Suale, the late Ahmed Hussein-Suale who was murdered, is not a journalist. And Justice Kweku Annan, I think that you know better, and I find it so difficult to understand you. Now watch this video and then let me analyze some of the things and some of the comments that he mentioned. Let's go.
Ahmed Hussein-Suale was not a journalist. Those of you trying hard. More try hard. I am not for any endorsing the murder of him. Never, it will not happen. We all condemn the murder of Ahmed Hussein-Suale. But tell the truth. Tell the report as it is. Ahmed Hussein-Suale was not a journalist. Now,
okay, so Justice Kweku Annan, if you are saying that Ahmed Hussein-Suale was not a journalist, what is your definition of who a journalist is? I don't know. Now let's go. Kweku Annan, tell me.
I dare all of you produce one write-up that Ahmed Hussein-Suale wrote in any of the newspapers in Ghana.
Those of you calling me, I'll get back to you, please. I'm not ready to pick any call now. Now, let me understand this. You are saying that we should produce a write-up. Must somebody do a write-up before that person can be called a journalist? Oh, Justice Kweku Annan Pacho, come again. When we talk about a journalist is not someone who does only writing in newspapers. So your definition about who a journalist is, Justice Kweku Annan, please, it is way below the belt. How can you just draw a conclusion, say a journalist is someone who writes in the newspaper? So we should show you evidence or any writer from Ahmed Hussein-Suale because you feel you have not seen any of his write-ups, or when he was alive you never saw any of his write-ups anywhere. It means that he's not a journalist. Come again.
Now I dare all of you produce one write-up that Ahmed Hussein-Suale wrote in any of the newspapers in Ghana.
So it means that if you are a journalist and you don't write any write-up or you don't do anything in the newspapers, you cease to be a journalist. Now let me go to Wikipedia. That is where anybody at all can reference. And in Wikipedia it says that a journalist is an individual trained to collect, gather information in form of text, audio, or pictures, process them to a newsworthy form, and disseminate it to the public. So from the definition I've given right now from Wikipedia, it says that a journalist is an individual trained to collect or gather information in form of text. So the fact that you never saw Ahmed Hussein-Suale writing or doing a write-up in the newspapers, maybe he produced a lot of documentaries. I understand he was with Anas Arim Anas. So if he was with Anas Arim Anas and they came out with a lot of expose videos that were being shown on a lot of television stations, it doesn't mean because it was not a write-up in the newspapers, because of that, we can't call him a journalist. Or if someone is a journalist and the person is not writing in the newspapers, the person is not a journalist. Come on. Is Kwame Sefakai one of the biggest morning show hosts in Ghana now? Kwame Sefakai is a morning show host on Peace FM. He is a journalist. And when we talk about journalism, we have a lot of branches. When we talk about journalism, we have the broadcast journalism. And we can even talk about the print journalism, where we write for newspapers and other stuff. But there are broadcast journalists who work and they produce content for broadcast journalists, they produce content for either it can be radio, being audio, or video. And here in our time, what I'm doing right now, I'm doing a journalistic work. The fact that's what I'm saying, my opinion, I'm sharing on what you said. The fact that I've not written it anywhere doesn't mean I'm not a journalist. What I'm doing, I'm disseminating information. I've gathered information and I'm disseminating this information out for people to also know. So, Justice Kweku Annan, with all due respect, your definition for a journalist, does it mean people who don't write for newspapers cannot be called journalists? No, Justice Kweku Annan, I think you need to come again, please. Please, you're a senior man, but this one is way below the belt. Some of the things you said, I don't want to even play it. Let's listen, because if your definition for who a journalist is someone who writes in the newspapers, oh brah, senior man.
Now I dare all of you produce one write-up that Ahmed Hussein-Suale wrote in any of the newspapers in Ghana. Ahmed Hussein-Suale, that useless thing that Anas, all these documentaries here, Anas, I remember you Anas, together with Ahmed Hussein-Suale, together with Wine, Amati, and the rest of the boys. I don't want to mention their name. Most started some more famous and for secretly. We are now we put more narrative.
Okay, so they gather information, they film people, they do expose and put it out there. Oh, okay. So that one there is not journal. Hey,
together with Wine, Amati, and the rest of the boys. I don't want to mention their name. Most started some more famous and for secretly. We are now we put more narrative. Now we put National Theatre. Useless indeed. Now we go for any more. Wait, and Uponu Ghana Journalists Association will endorse this.
So that is Justice Kweku Annan, a journalist with Net2 TV, and these are some of the comments that he has made. I think that is below the belt, because here to me we can never say that if you are a journalist and you don't write for newspaper, you cease to be a journalist. So I'm Justice Kweku Annan, you are a senior man, but this one is below the belt. Charlie, let me go and sleep. Thank you so much for watching the video. This video do like how the ball comes off. I beg, subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment. Bye bye.